figured I'd make a quick little video, guys. I'll make it, I know when I say quick, it's usually not that quick, but it's raining out here, so I'm gonna try to make it quick. Doing some surface cleaning today. As you can see, this is one of the things, you know, doing houses and doing concrete, doing surface cleaning is one of the things that thankfully I can do when it's weather like this. You know, it's just drizzling outside. Cars, you know, it's got to be not only nice that day, but a couple days after that as well, or nobody's going to want to do it usually. So, and the weather that we've had here in Tennessee has been, you know, cold and rainy. It was at least a month of below freezing, maybe a little more, and then the last probably 2 months it's been just nothing but rain. I mean, we might get a day here and there where it's not raining that day, but then it is, you know, the next. So detailing, I might have done 2 jobs in the last like 3 months, I think, maybe 3. But so that's one of the things why I say, you know, if you're doing detailing and you've got a pressure washer, you don't have to have a tank like me, you know, because most of the time I'm doing it at a house when you're doing house and surface cleaning, so you can just hook up to their water. I mean, you can do that when you're detailing as well. But if you've got a pressure washer, I've even made a video where I showed you can get a small surface cleaner. I think it was at Lowe's or Home Depot. I think Ryobi made it. Small little 12-inch surface cleaner that's meant to be used with an electric pressure washer. So you don't even have to have, you know, a big 4-gallon-a-minute machine to do surface cleaning. When you're doing, you know, when I'm doing houses, you know, that's when I like to have, you know, either this like 2.5 gallon or better for doing 1 story, and then I do like to have my 4-gallon, minimum 4 gallon a minute for doing 2 story. Because like I've said, there's only been one time I think I had to get up on a ladder to do a 2-story house. All the other ones, I've done a lot of them, I was able to stand on the ground and get the whole house. So, but this one here, I'm not doing the house. All I'm doing is her, you know, back patio area. And as you can see, pretty big difference, which, you know, right now we're just going over it surface cleaner, but then when we get all this done, we will come back and do a final rinse, and we'll rinse all, if you can see all this dirt, you know, that this pulls up out of the concrete, you know, it's going to leave that behind. So my point is after we do the final rinse, this will look even whiter, and then when it dries, it looks even brighter than that. So, you know, it's a big difference between the finished product that is dry compared to what you're starting with. So it's just one of these things that it looks good in pictures, you know, to advertise with, you know, something that's this night and day. You know, it's just real obvious, real easy for people to see that they're clearly getting something for their money. And I like the houses that are, you know, got a bunch of algae and mold on them and everything, and, you know, that clean up real nice, have a big 50-50 difference. You know, it's the same way with detailing. If you're, you know, polishing or something like that, to have that 50-50 line, you know, take something that's real swirled up, scratched up, and especially if it's dark paint, and then, you know, take it to looking a lot better. So I'm sure y'all know what I mean. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on pause for now. If I think of something else to tell y'all, I'll come back. So I'll just say real quick, I've had people ask before, and as you can see now, you know, I leave my pressure washer hooked up to my tank, you know, 99% of the time basically, but that's just, you know, for convenience. It's already hooked up, but I've got my hose on top of my tank. That what I usually do, I usually have to use my hose, but she had one already out. So as you can see, I've got her hose ran over to my tank, and so I'm putting water in my tank as we're cleaning, as we're working. So usually the way I do it is, you know, I try to put no more than, I try to have my tank filled no more than halfway up, for weight mainly. So what I usually do is, you know, I try to keep it around a half a tank. You know, right now it's like at a quarter. So, you know, what I'll probably do is just, you know, when we get done, I'll shut her water off, and you know, I just basically try to keep my tank where it's at, you know, all the time. You know, I don't show up with the empty tank and fill it up. You know, not that around here water costs that much, but you know, I just if I do use their water, which I do, you know, every time I get a chance. Because, you know, if I was always using my water and never used anyone else's, then yeah, it adds up for me as a cost. So like I said, I do take advantage, and I recommend, because, you know, a lot of people, it's just how it is. They don't have a tank, they don't carry a big tank with them, so they've got to hook up to the customer's water. And, you know, people understand that. I know some people are kind of, you know, when they're starting out, it's one of the questions they have: do I need to buy a big tank and carry my own water? And no, you don't have to. The only reason that I have my tank is so I can be fully mobile. So, you know, like if I go to an apartment complex that doesn't have a water hookup or something like that, I can still do vehicles, because I do have my own water supply on board. But you don't have to have it, is my point. And then, you know, my other point I guess I'm trying to get to is, you know, if you're at someone's house, or even a business, if it has a water hookup and they don't mind using it, yeah, you know, I always ask first just to make sure. But, you know, take advantage of it, and that way, you know, it's not eating into your profits, always having to use water if you have a tank. So it's just one thing I wanted to throw out there. And you know, as always, if y'all have any questions, you know, if there's something I didn't cover in this video that you want to know about surface cleaning or pressure washing, leave a comment, you know, and I'll be happy to get back with you. I think real quick, last thing I'll show in this video has nothing to do really with this pressure washing, but I guess it does with detailing. So I finally got my wheels, my new wheels put on the Denali. I mean, they're not new, I bought them used, but I was waiting on, when I bought the wheels, 2 of the tires were no good, 2 of them were good, or I thought were good. I found out they had good tread on them, but they had some flat spots, and I know a guy that owns a tire barn. He ended up having a set of these here, and I actually preferred to have these because these are 275 55 20s instead of 275 45 20s, basically meaning that instead of 45%, it's 55%. As far as the tire this way. So basically I've got more meat, I've got more, you know, ride per se. It should ride better. Not to mention, you know, it fills up the wheel well a little more. I just think not only does it ride better, but I think it looks a little better than those. So and not to mention the price that you know, he gave me a really good deal. Usually does though. But yeah, these wheels, I need to clean them up. You know, they're all filthy now. So is the truck. But you know, I just wanted to throw that out there for the people that do watch my other videos. I did make a video when I was you know, doing the barrels when I got these wheels, you know, and mentioned that I was gonna put them on my Denali here, the detailing mobile. So I just think that it makes the truck look better overall versus the 16-inch stock wheel. You know, they were chrome wheels, but they were only 16-inch, and I just think these look a lot better. I think 20-inch is the right size for this truck, being that it doesn't have a lift on it. You know, and like I said, these size tires, the 55 instead of the 45, I think it works. So just figured I'd show that to you. But anyways, I guess that'll be it for this video. Like I said, y'all got any questions, always, you know, I encourage anybody and everybody to leave comments. You know, I'd like to start seeing more of them. You know, hear what y'all think. And to the people that have been leaving comments, I just wanted to tell y'all, you know, I appreciate y'all leaving comments, all y'all. So I can't remember if there's somebody that asked me a question or said something to me that I was wanting to mention in the next video. But I'll try to remember that for the next video. So till then, y'all either be good or be good at it.